Rachel.
And I'm Alex,
who is filling in for Kendra for the next few weeks because Kendra is taking a vacation. The nerve. So this week we'll be talking about, as usual, some premieres and returns, followed by a discussion about So You Think You Can Dance, which both Alex and I love. Kendra doesn't watch, so. And finally, we're going to talk about a little bit, much like last week, Kendra and I talked about what we were watching. Now that we have Alex, we're going to talk about what Alex is watching to give you some ideas. So first up, we have some new shows premiering this week, a few returns, and even a few finales. So Alex, what have we got first?
Well, this Sunday we have 4 big premieres. First up is a series premiere of SideReel's on ABC at 9, which is a new show about a reformed family of criminals trying to adjust to society. Then at 10, also on ABC, is the series premiere of The Gates, which is the newest TV show to jump on the vampire trend if you're into that. Then also premiering on Sunday is season 3 of Leverage on TNT and The Real L Word on Showtime. Then skipping ahead to Tuesday the 22nd, we have the season premiere of Wipeout at 8, and then NBC's newest game show, Downfall, at 9. Then, also premiering at 9 is season 2 of Jada Pinkett Smith's medical drama, Hawthorne, followed by the series premiere of Jason Lee's Memphis Beat, which is apparently a cop show with some kind of Elvis twist. We'll have to see to believe it. Then Wednesday, and I'm really excited about this one, is Jimmy Kimmel's Twilight special titled The Twilight Saga Total Eclipse of the Heart.
So, Happy Town fans, you can be sad. It's actually a 10 and they're pulling the episode of Happy Town that was supposed to air in favor of that. Again, they always pull Happy Town. Later in the week, Thursday, we have some more new shows. Another new cop show called Rookie Blue on ABC. I guess we're into cops a lot this summer. And this one's about some young first-year cops. It looks pretty like generic run-of-the-mill, but I'm a little bit excited for it because it stars Gregory Smith, who all Everwood fans will remember was Ephraim. So I'll probably watch just for that reason alone. And then after that is Boston Med, which it looks like they're going for a real-life kind of Grey's Anatomy, which I swear they've already done before and it was called something else, but I already can't remember. So yeah, Boston Med, check that out at 10. Friday we have on Stars this season, and honestly probably the series finales of both Party Down and Gravity. I know, it's so sad, but as you know, Party Down, lots of the cast has been recast on other shows and other networks. Jane Lynch already left for this whole season because she's on Glee. They got Megan Mullally, who actually bothered me less than I thought she was going to. She's pretty good on the show. And then Gravity, I think, just hasn't done so well in the ratings, although it's kind of been growing on me. I've been watching, but I don't know if that one's going to make it to a second season. And then finally, all the way next Sunday, the 27th, we have the premieres of Entourage and Hung After True Blood on HBO.
So this past week marked the competition round of So You Think You Can Dance, and we were a little skeptical about this new all-star format, but overall I'm liking it so far. They're doing a pretty good job of making sure that voters know that we're rooting for the contestants, not the favorite all-stars. Pasha. But yeah, so far I think it's a refreshing change of pace. I'm still really liking Kent. He was pretty intense in the cha-cha, but I think he did a good job, and he's just like so endearing whatever he does, and I can really see him like improving over the course of the season.
As a whole, I thought the judges were really nice for the first batch of contestants, with the exception of maybe to like even it out, because I know we've commented to each other, at least before, that they were super nice with the editing to Lauren before the season started, and then all of a sudden they like ripped her apart, and I didn't think she was that bad. I thought she was pretty good. But yeah, I have been liking the new format as well, and I think it just speaks to the quality of like the new people to be able to stand out from the All-Stars. Because definitely the new people that I thought were weaker, I was watching the All-Stars, but if the new people were good enough, I was paying attention to them. So again, we know some of you have been mentioning that you're at a loss for what to watch this summer, so we've started as of last week sharing what Kendra and I were watching over the summer, and now we're going to tell you some more what I'm watching, because I always have more than I'm watching, and now Alex can weigh in on some good stuff to watch this summer. So Alex, what are some of the things that have been on your calendar for the summer?
I've been watching True Beauty on ABC, and it's actually season 2, even though I realize I think I'm the only person that watched season 1. But the premise is pretty much the same. It's a bunch of hot people thinking they're in like a beauty pageant, but there's traps to judge their inner beauty. It's definitely a guilty pleasure, but that's what summer's for, right? Then I'm also watching The Bachelorette, as usual. The season's not too different from other seasons, but there's this one guy, Casey, who's insane, and it's worth it just to watch what kind of desperate stuff he'll do.
I just read that he got a tattoo, I guess, somehow in honor
tattoo.
of the
I will guard
girl.
your heart. And he sings, and he has a frog voice, and he's really creepy. It's awesome. Then I'm also watching, get this, Pretty Little Liars.
I'm
I know
watching too.
it's not a reality show, but I'm watching it.
In terms of what I have been watching, I've been getting back to watching The Daily Show, which of course is on all year round, except when Jon Stewart gets his occasional, week-long vacation or so. But it's sometimes hard, I think, to keep up with like a nightly or at least Monday through Thursday show to watch something like that every night. So now that there's less on, I've been getting back to watching that every night. And again, there's good stuff. There's always good content. And I think just Jon Stewart is absolutely hilarious and spot on in his commentary. So it's a good one to watch. I have been checking out the Hard Times of R.J. Berger, the sort of like hung for MTV. I wasn't sold on it on the first episode. I thought it was a little too like derivative, I guess, of teen comedies that we have already seen, but maybe the people watching it on MTV now are just young enough that they haven't, so they didn't realize, like, oh, this was copying American Pie, like, oh, this was copying whatever. But I thought the second episode was a little more original than the first, and I smiled a few times, so I'm gonna give it a few more tries. And finally, I have, and I can't believe I'm admitting this, but I have been watching Bethany Getting Married on Bravo, which also means, of course, that I was watching Real Housewives of New York City first on Bravo. That's how they get you. I was watching Real Housewives of New York City. That ended. Bethany Getting Married started. It's like, oh, Bethany. Everyone loves Bethany. So I just kept watching. And finally, we have a few quick announcements for you. Alex?
In honor of the season 3 premiere of True Blood, we at SideReel have created a brand new video segment called TruebieTV. And it will include everything from recaps, gossip, news, maybe heated Bill versus Eric debates, who knows, we'll see. So if you're a Truebie or even a newbie, we don't discriminate, you can check that out at SideReel.com/TruebieTV, one word. You can also find a link to it on the homepage and the True Blood site. And you can track it just like all of your other favorite shows on SideReel.
And yeah, you definitely should. And we know there's a lot of True Blood fans out there on SideReel. And speaking of vampires, we have the results for you from last week's showdown, your favorite vampires. I guess not so surprisingly, Eric was victorious over Bill for True Blood. Angel beat Spike for Buffy, which was kind of shocking to me. I thought everyone always went for Spike, the like bad boy vampire. I voted for Spike, but whatever. And on Vampire Diaries, this, again, everyone did go for the bad boy. Damon was the clear winner over Stefan. And head on over to SideReel.com/_showdown for a new showdown this week where you're going to be voting for your favorite fathers in honor of Father's Day.
So thanks for tuning in this week. Make sure to like us on Facebook if you don't already, and follow us on Twitter at SideReelAlex and SideReelRachel. And make sure to comment on this post with any comments that you may have. And see you again next week.